Hello, welcome back to CJ's Angels and Messages. So I've started something new. I'm going to be doing everyone's star signs on a weekly basis. So starting from today. So I am doing Virgo now. Anyway, so please do like and share in case someone else needs to hear this message. Anyway, I hope everyone has had a lovely week. Let's see what your messages are from all your angels. Here we go. Wow. So we have the Ten of Pentacles and it's a Virgo. So, oh my God, this is amazing. Everything in, everything is in fruition, basically. So, everything, you are at the beginning, at the end, but you're at the beginning. Everything is working out amazing for you. You've got you've learned a lot of wisdom from all the stages of your life so far. So yeah, you are at the end but at the beginning. You've come full circle, basically. This is the Queen of Swords, so this could be you. You're standing strong. You are a very clear communicator. You express how you feel and what needs to be done, and what is best for everybody in any kind of situation. So, a water sign and air sign for this one. You stand strong. You have the stability you need for where it is that you are looking to move forward in your life. You've put good foundations down. You are ready to move forward and take a positive outlook and realization on where it is that you are heading, what it is that you are looking at achieving. Maybe there's a new move on the horizon. Maybe you've just moved. Maybe you're looking at somewhere, or some kind of different avenue to go down. You've got some loyal people around you. People that will stick by you through thick and thin. It could be family members, could be friends. We also have the Queen of Cups. Someone that's looking out for you. Be open to receive the healing and nurturing you need. From somebody around you. You need to look at things head on. From a different perspective. So. To get what you need to accept healing. It could be from a therapist, it could be from a family member. It could be just listening to some kind of advice, that you need to accept to be able to close some of those doors that you no longer want to be in or around. So, it's time to walk away from something. You might maybe feeling abandoned by something or someone. Maybe you're just walking away and starting afresh somewhere new. You feel like you need to escape from something that has caused you some disappointment in the past. So you're withdrawing from something or someone. This is where the healing comes in. You also feel like you've been pushed out in the cold. Not sure where you are, wanting to start afresh. Wanting to put down roots. It feels like some people have been taking advantage of you. Maybe with money. It could be to do with a job. But you feel like you've been taken advantage of, and you've lost some of that security along the way. You know, this is where you need, you know, maybe you feel regret for something. Maybe, you know, you need to look at things on a different perspective. You know, you're being offered a few things. You know, there's a few things that are opening for you. But yeah, there's one in particular that actually stands out. So maybe, you know, you need to take note, or you know, notice what that is. You know, don't cut yourself off from new opportunities. You know, there's always one that stands out the most, that is the one that you will need. You know, maybe you're just bored with the old humdrum way of life. You know, maybe it is time to focus on something new. You know, you know, you need to stand strong in your decision making. You know, you need to put that stability back in place that you so need and so deserve. You know, be more disciplined with yourself. You know, it could be you, it could be someone around you. You know, it could be a father figure. You know, that's giving you practical advice. You know, an old wise man, or, you know, somebody who's got more wisdom than you thought in the first place. You know, someone who's coming out of the woodwork. You know, choose kindness over negativity or unkindness. You know, always be kind no matter what. You know, the people that are unkind are the people that need the most healing. You know, I am protected by Source, so you are definitely protected, you know, by your guides and your angels, by God, you know, Yeshua, Yahuwah. So, you know, you've got nothing to worry about there. You are well protected, you know, and whatever decisions that you make, you will be told by your higher self and by your angels. You know, we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You know, it could be someone around you. It could be at the time of year that these things happen. You know, fire, ace, new beginnings. You know, you've got that passion, and you've got that drive to start new ventures, new opportunities. You know, seeds are growing. You know, in the spring, these seeds will start growing, and there's lots of new opportunities. You know, new jobs, new people, new friendships are around you. You know, and they're coming for you. You know, they're just in their seed growth. They're just in their seed at the moment. So, you know, everything is growing. Everything is happening for you. Around springtime, you'll start seeing the benefits. You know, so there's been time of reflection. You know, so you've been reflecting on the past relationships, on the past habits, past friendships. You know, so, and you want to be careful that you don't project all the negativity on, you know, around you, and bring in the same as what you had before. You know, because there is new opportunities out there. You know, everything is new, everything is happy, everything. You know, you have the stability that you have so wanted for such a long time. You know, it says choose a new direction. You know, where it could be a new job, new work, new people around you. You know, the answer is yes. You have done the right. You have made the right decision. You will make the right decision if you haven't done it so far. You know, it wasn't the right time then, but it is now. You know, within the next few weeks, you will have the realization is what I did actually was for the best. You know, I'm in a much better place. I'm much happier. I'm releasing, I'm healing, and I'm moving on to better things. We have impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. So, as I said, so, you know, redirect that old energy into new positive ways of thinking and being and seeing and feeling. You know, because you will uncover that treasure that you haven't had for a long time. You know, things that you look forward to doing now compared to what it was before. You know, you wasn't looking forward to anything before, but now you open new doors and new beginnings, and you will have new abundance, you know, coming to you and for you. So heart chakra, Reiku to ground. So you need to, you need to do a lot of grounding to help yourself open your heart chakra that you've closed off for so long. And unconditional love. You need to send yourself unconditional love and accept unconditional love from your angels and guides and Yeshua. And from people around you. Instead of closing off to people, start concentrating on opening up your own feelings of how you feel about yourself. So learn to love yourself more. Right, we have a gratitude card, which is: gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turn around jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. That is your gratitude card for this week. So you can make anything happen that you so wish to do. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do like and share in case someone else needs to hear this message. And please leave me a comment. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, beautiful Virgos. Goodbye.